It's Tuesday, January 26th, which means we had Monday Night Raw last night, but not just any Monday Night Raw. It was the go-home show for the Royal Rumble. Did it deliver? Did it flop? We'll find out right now in a Minimalistic review. Monday Night Raw kicked off with Drew McIntyre coming back to the Thunderdome for the first time in 2 weeks since Claymore kicked the virus back to hell where it belongs. Drew addressed the Thunderdome, went over his symptoms, said he was glad to be back, and said that he's going to end Goldberg's latest streak of winning the title every time he comes back to WWE for like 3 matches. It's truly great to have Drew back in the Thunderdome. Meanwhile, The Miz came down with Morrison, interrupted very annoyingly, saying they possibly would cash in the Money in the Bank after the match when the winner's laid out in the ring. This prompted Goldberg to come out, get in Drew McIntyre's face, say "you're next," and then immediately get annoyed by Miz and Morrison while they stood on the apron trying to egg on Drew and Goldberg, which just pissed them off, and then Drew and Goldberg killed both Miz and Morrison. The two have a stare down, then Goldberg leaves, huffing and puffing, tomato red, up the ramp. It's going to be another short match on Sunday. It makes me really nervous that they keep mentioning Goldberg hasn't won the WWE title. I hope it stays that way. Drew needs to win on Sunday. Next, Charlotte and Shayna are scheduled to have a match that goes about 30 seconds before Nia Jax interferes, starting to beat down on Charlotte, which is then evened out by 2 blondes, Dana and Mandy, which then Lacey comes, another blonde, to help even the odds for the heels. Oh, come on, pal, more blondes. This then leads to a 6-woman tag match that barely got going before what seemed to be a botch led Shayna to not make it into the ring before the 10 count, leaving everyone standing around looking very confused. Coming back from commercial, Adam Pearce then restarts the match, leaving Nia Jax to pin Dana Brooke with a chokeslam followed by a leg drop. This was one of the most confusing and odd segments I've seen in quite a while. Despite all the madness, I really do enjoy Dana and Mandy as a tag team, and hopefully they get a very good push soon. Ali then cuts another great promo talking about how Kofi Mania only happened due to his injury and says that the greatest moments in Kofi's career only happened because of the darkest moments in Ali's career. I really enjoy these promos he's doing lately. Hopefully they let him loose more. Woods then took on Slapjack next. Woods came out very fired up and got the win despite Retribution's attempts to try to interfere in the match. After the match, T-Bar and Mace both super duper chokeslam Woods, leading to all of Retribution holding him back while Ali cuts a promo showing him mercy, saying it's fine because he'll be replacing Kofi Kingston in the Royal Rumble. VIP Lounge next. The Hurt Business looked like $1 million all draped in gold. MVP reminds Cedric to stick to the task at hand when they face Riddle in the gauntlet later this evening. Bobby Lashley and the rest of the group plan on giving MVP a fantastic diamond-studded gold necklace so he can be draped in gold with the rest of them that says THB for the Hurt Business. This prompted Truth to come out, interrupt, thinking that the celebration was for him and that THB stood for Truth, Happy Birthday. The Hurt Business invite him to the ring, probably to beat him down, but before he gets there, the rest of the 24/7 nerds start chasing him. This causes chaos between everybody. Meanwhile, Riddle slips in, lands a nice knee on MVP and scatters, giving himself the momentum going into their match later. Truth segment again. He runs into Adam Pearce backstage asking for an opportunity to join the Money in the Bank ladder match because he thinks he's going to win. Obviously, he means the Royal Rumble. AJ Styles then shows up, says, "Hey, I'll give you a chance if you can beat me." The match is set. Sheamus then defeats Morrison in a very good match. I'm loving Sheamus lately. He's killing it in the ring. This was the first proper match of the show, which came an hour and a half in. After hitting the white noise for the win, Miz then challenges Sheamus to a handicap match between Miz and Morrison and Sheamus. Sheamus, for some stupid reason, accepts and then gets beat. He does hold his own though for a while, but the numbers game is too much. Miz hits the skull-crushing finale for the win. Backstage, Charlotte walks in on Ric Flair teaching Lacey Evans some wrist locks from behind, which look very reminiscent of Triple H and Trish Stratus back in the day. Charlotte just wants to talk, but Lacey has other plans, attacks her from behind, taking her out. Next up, AJ quickly defeats R-Truth with the Calf Crusher, which eliminates R-Truth from Royal Rumble contention. Alexa then creepily recaps everything that happened over the past few weeks between her, Alexa, and Randy while talking to her imaginary friend on the swing. Riddle runs the gauntlet against the Hurt Business, defeating Shelton Benjamin first with a roll-up, while Cedric and Benjamin are bickering outside. MVP's trying to split them up. Riddle sneaks up, grabs him in a heel hook, makes him tap immediately, getting MVP eliminated. Next up, Cedric Alexander. These two have a pretty good match because they're both pretty good in the ring, but it leads to another roll-up. Edge cuts a great promo, the only way Edge knows how, saying he will be entering himself into the Royal Rumble again. Asuka and the Raw Women's Championship continues to just be a prop in the Alexa Bliss story. The match consisted of some very good wrestling while it was taking place, but it was constantly interrupted by Alexa Bliss changing forms, interrupting with weird rocking horses, changing forms again, goes from Playground Alexa to the Goddess Alexa. to the gothic emo fiend Alexa. Eventually, Alexa gets Asuka in the mandible claw, then Randy Orton pops out from out of nowhere with his burnt weenie face and all, no mask on, turns her around, gives Alexa an RKO, then stares over her body as the credits roll and the show ends, which means the match never ended. It could still be going on at this moment because the ref never rang the bell, and actually the ref disappeared out of screen at one point in time. All things considered, this was not a very good show for Raw, especially being the go-home show for the Royal Rumble that's in less than 6 days. Let's hope SmackDown continues to deliver and gets me very, very excited for the Royal Rumble on Sunday. See you then. Hopefully be doing a live stream. Look out for the notifications. Peace.